Hello everyone, this is another video on Tableau and you can see what the heck is going on here. Okay, what happens is now I'm using the old 1970, so remember that's 1970 and it's not even real. Anyway, so how to do this? Okay, let's try to do it myself, okay? Now this is actually hands-on. New worksheets using the same data. So what I do here, I'm gonna see we have generated latitude and longitude for country data. So we are gonna do it. Okay, we already have the whole world. So let's do it. Countries. See, we already have all the dots on every country. Most, not all, but most. Okay, then we do something like, let's say alliance, right? So, okay, US airline. This is what I meant in previous videos. And the blue dots, not a US airline. So this was 1970. Well, supposedly we should have USSR, but instead we have Russia. Anyway, doesn't matter. Not even US is a US airline. I think it's kind of a joke. But anyway, um, okay, let's not do alliance. Do something else. Let's do regime type. Okay. Um, so we have democracy. We have military rule. A whole bunch of military rule. Monarchy. What is it? Multi-party. Oligarchy. Personalist. Single party. Unknown. Well, I get that. Hong Kong is unknown. I totally get that. Anyway, this is how you can do something like this on Tableau. So how do I get it all painted? Let's try to do it. I don't even know how I did this before. I think I did something else here. This is was money. Let me see what this was. Money growth. So this is to accentuate the difference. So for some reason Turkey is 0. So that's why it's totally dark red. And if you have a high money growth, then it's gonna be dark green. Seems like Pakistan and most of Africa they were doing well. But if you use sum, if you put money growth just out of the blue, and if you just do sum, it doesn't mean anything. So that's why the entire world was in the same color. So we don't do this like this. The more I see it, the weirder it gets, really. I think this is about map. I'm trying to remember. Oh my gosh, this is getting out of hand. Anyway, I'm just gonna reverse all this dumb stuff. So what happened here was I excluded US because US is not US airline or not US airline. US is US. Anyway, I'm just laughing at my dumb stuff. Okay, done. We're back to this one. Okay, let's check something else. We have automatic, right? And Okay, I click circle and there's no response. I click map. Okay, it's all filled in, just like the previous workbook. Yeah, we are done. So this is one way of doing it. This is point one. Let's look at something else. I think I talked about this last time, so I'm gonna skip this. I also did this. Okay, anyway, this is done. Let's look at something else. Again, we have regime type and ownership of banks. So what the heck is this? I think this was box and whisker plots. Okay, I don't even know what's going on here. But we do have alliance. So we have US ally, not US ally, and ownership of banks. You can still draw some clues here, really. So it really depends on how you use it, really. Right? If you use a different kind of representation, it's gonna show you something else. Just what it is. So again, you must be clear about what you want to do. Same here. You have tariffs and money growth, but on regime type and US ally. But here, I think regime type is not so useful. Why? Because, well, you have a whole bunch of democracies here, or military governments, but like, come on, like this one, just 4 countries, so it cannot be anywhere useful. It's not like this one. At least this one for the orange ones, so US allied democracy governments, at least they are kind of more representative, even though the p-value is still too high. You don't want to use this kind of stuff. All this crap is totally useless. There's not even a p-value because for some cases maybe the correlation is totally a flat line because there's nothing to compare. So you wouldn't rather do this. You wouldn't rather do this. Maybe, oh my gosh. Maybe you'd rather not do regime type. Like we have all the countries here and you do tariffs and you do the aggregates. We did something else here. What happened here? So we have the aggregate money growth, but we do to the power of 2. We have a square figure here. Just to accentuate the cases, we want to drop the outliers somehow, but we cannot do this because this is literally 0 and 0 all along. This is just one example of how to say that. Maybe I can say tampering with data. So you don't use the original data. You try to add some weight here. So you can edit this. See, originally it was some money growth, but you can add parentheses, and then you add to the power of 2. That's what happened here. So just an example, and yeah, still the p-value is not very good. But if we exclude, remember you can just select something. You don't even have to select everything. Now suddenly p-value is so low, and r squared is a weak correlation of by a factor of 9.8%. Not too bad. At least we don't need to pay attention to the outliers anyway. Haha, this one is just weird. Why? Because I had too much here. You can use this polynomial lines for government investments and leave them whatever it is, leave them something. So democracies, they seem to have a really large like correlation, like 87% R squared and very low p-value because they are all by definition democracies. Maybe you can disagree with that, but they are called democracies, right? Whereas for the others, that's not so useful. There's not so much correlation because they all look like almost the same. Of course, it always depends, right? There's a line here that says 52% and lower than 0.0001 p-value. That's pretty good. But just because it almost looks like some cooked pasta here, so you can't really do much with this kind of pasta. It's not that useful here. Let me see if I should maybe do another video on further visuals. So let's do something simpler next time.